Naruto was a series that for years and years, my friends or subscribers told me that I needed to read it or watch it, and that I was really missing out. Finally, I ended up giving the anime a chance, and I watched the first arc of the series. Immediately, I was drawn into Naruto. It was a cool balance between story and fights, and while the influence of my favorite anime Dragon Ball Z could easily be seen, it wasn't too heavy, and it definitely did way more of its own things, and the fighting style was different and a lot more strategic. Though I realized that I didn't have time to just watch all 700 plus episodes of the series, so instead I purchased all 72 volumes of the series this past summer. I read the manga at a pace of about 5 to 6 volumes per day, so I finished it in just a couple of weeks, and I was amazed. It made me actually question what was my favorite manga of all time, Naruto or Dragon Ball. Ultimately, I settled that Naruto was a close second to Dragon Ball, but I was still absolutely blown away by how amazing it was. But what really struck me at the time of reading it happened towards the end of the final volume. Towards the end of the final Naruto vs Sasuke fight, both Naruto and Sasuke lay on the ground with the battle being over. There's a few pages of them talking back and forth until the panel finally zooms out, so we see they are both lying on the ground next to each other. We see these two young shinobi have both lost their arms in the battle, with their blood dripping inches below the sever point and mixing together. It was at this moment that Naruto and Sasuke became blood brothers. This was a huge symbolism of blood brothers. It is common in some cultures, especially in old Europe or Asia, where two men grow such a close bond it is as if they were brothers. But they actually want to go beyond the normal friendship that can possibly happen in this realm. So they do a blood brother ritual. This can be done in several ways. You can drop a few drops of blood into a drink and then drink it together. Mix a blood on a rock and bury it into the earth, and many more. These are deep practices where, according to the ritual, these men are now blood brothers and can be cursed if they betray their blood. Now, at the time, I was also very into learning about Vikings and the Norse mythology, and had recently read several books in these areas before my binge of the Naruto manga. So when I noticed this panel, it actually took my breath away. The symbolism within the panel was far greater symbolism that I had gotten out of any other manga or comic than ever before. I had lots of deep friendships in my life that had developed into brotherhood. Someone who has become such a good friend that the only thing that is keeping you from being brothers is one way to change it. Throughout the first part of the Naruto manga, an interesting rivalry and friendship develops between the young shinobi. But when Sasuke runs away to Orochimaru to be trained so that he can avenge and defeat his brother for being responsible of the slaughter of his clan, Naruto runs after him with friends to try and get him to come back, which leads to their first full-on fight. In the midst of the first fight, Sasuke yells at Naruto, "What do you know about me? You were alone to begin with. My pain was born from family bonds. How could you ever know what it means to lose anything?" Naruto looks down and is glum. It is true that I don't know a thing about having real brothers or parents, but whenever I am with Master Iruka, I kind of get the picture. I imagine that he is kind of like a father. And when I'm with you, I imagine maybe that's what it's like to have a brother. Sasuke is shocked by this revelation of what Naruto thinks about him. Why? Why would you waste such an effort on me? Because for me, you were a part of my family, so that is why I have to stop you. Even though Sasuke has just tried to kill Naruto by shoving his hand through his shoulder and ripping out Naruto's lungs. Despite that, Naruto still sees Sasuke as his brother, as his family, and will do anything he can to bring him back to the village and to stop him on the path he is currently on. Throughout the rest of the manga, and Naruto knowing the dark path that Sasuke has followed, he still vows to find Sasuke and bring him back to the village, despite all the dark deeds that he has committed. Naruto even tracked down the Raikage and begged him to not kill Sasuke. That was a pretty dangerous and bold move for Naruto to do. But he was sticking his neck out for someone he loved, someone he considered to be his family, his brother Sasuke Uchiha. And this culminates in the final battle between the two. Naruto has just waged an incredibly long war in the final arc, and now Sasuke claims that he should be the Hokage, as he seals all the tailed beast and threatens to kill all the Gokage so he can reshape the world in the way he sees fit. This leads into their final battle, where he still threatens to kill Naruto, but they both fall, and it leads to this incredible scene. Again, it just can't get more perfect than this. But wait, it actually does, as there's an extra layer to this whole scene in the beginning of the very next chapter. It turns out that Naruto and Sasuke are on top of the now connected and destroyed hands of the statues of Madara and the first Hokage. These two are descendants of the two brothers, the two sons of the Sage of Six Paths, where the two sides of the family have been feuding for generations. The feud is now over. The two broken hands of the ancestor statues shaking hands for the two wounded enemies, but they couldn't do it themselves, and they are now finally comrades once again. There was so much symbolism behind all of these few panels. The blood between Naruto and Sasuke mixing, finalizing them as blood brothers, which is what Naruto truly wanted. The ancestors' broken hands fulfilling the missing hands of Naruto and Sasuke to fulfill the handshake of peace. It was at this moment that the story of Naruto had went from a great manga to an absolutely phenomenal piece of art. It connected me in ways that I never thought that it would. In the midst of a shonen battle manga meant for younger readers, mangaka Kishimoto was able to slip something into the story that just looks like two wounded comrades, blood pouring out. But at second glance, and some thought, and the history, the context of these two young shinobi, the idea of blood and brotherhood, that's pretty deep, and he's not even pointing it out that happened. That's just in there. That's just deep symbolism right there. So, my cousin and I have such a great, amazing relationship with each other ever since I was 4 years old and he was 3 years old. Despite being cousins, it always felt like something more. Like that we were more than, like, brothers than just cousins. Cousins usually just aren't that close to each other as siblings are, but I still remember the day when I found out that we weren't actually blood related. I was only about 12 or 13 at the time, so I didn't know what to think about it. I had lived my life thinking that we were related through blood. It is known that us as humans have an automatic kinship to people that are your own family and blood. Soon I came to realize, though, it didn't really matter that we weren't actually related by blood. Our memories of pretending to be Dragon Ball Z characters in our grandma's backyard, having each other's backs, and the constant nights staying up late on our GameCube or Game Boys, our friendship, our cousinhood, evolved into a brotherhood whether we were blood related or not. So I can completely understand what Naruto is going through. Well, not completely, because I'm not a superhuman ninja with a demon inside of me, but on surface level I can understand. I can understand his motivations for trying to save Sasuke and bring him back to the village. Naruto grew up without a family and grew a familial bond with Sasuke. After Sasuke left, Naruto now felt void, an even worse void. He got the taste of what having a brother was like, and he needed him back. This is the greatness of Naruto, and the deepest moment of the series in my eyes. But anyways guys, that is what will do it for this video. This is my first ever Naruto video, so do hope you guys enjoy it. If you want more Naruto based videos, then please leave a like and comment down below what type of video you would want me to make on this series. There's a lot to do. Now if you want power scaling videos, that's going to be a long ways. I need to reread the entire manga and really look at it more of a power scaling analytical point of view to get a grasp on it, because when I read the manga it was just to get the story. If you're going to power scale, you usually have to read it at least twice or read certain parts more than once. But also if you want me to do like a deepest moments in Black Clover or deepest moment in My Hero Academia or deepest moment in Dragon Ball, let me know. That'd be pretty cool to do. I could turn this into some sort of a series. But anyways guys, please do leave a like if you enjoyed, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload. And also, link below, you can follow me on Twitter. I will tweet about anime or just real life shit whenever if you want to follow me on Twitter. And join me Discord, link down below. Do whatever. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...